How is everyone doing today? It's me, Elias here, and today we will be ranking every power forward in the 2000s and up in the NBA. I told you guys I want to try something different. As many of you don't know, I am a huge NBA fan, I'm a basketball fan, and I just love basketball. I love talking hoops, NBA, power rankings, tier rankings, and all that good stuff. And so today I'm going to do a tier list ranking who I believe is the best power forwards of the 2000s NBA. The criteria will be accolades, impact on winning the team, and yeah, I hope you guys can enjoy and subscribe, like, and enjoy. And to start, we have LaMarcus Aldridge. Yeah, seven-time All-Star, great scorer for the Trailblazers in the mid 2000s to late 2010s. Decent on the Spurs, great on the Spurs actually. Never got far in the playoffs. I believe the farthest he got was the conference finals, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong though. Yeah, I think I'm right. But LaMarcus was decent. He was good. So, he was great. I'm gonna put him in table 2. Next we got Big Baby. Glenn Davis. I'm tripping. Alright, Glenn Davis. Pretty mid. Yeah, Big Baby, if I remember correctly, he was kind of mid. He wasn't the best player, so I'm gonna put him probably the bottom. Now we got Paulo. Paulo's having a down year, but he's starting to pick it up. He reminds me a little bit of Braun, Melo, scoring the mid-range, get to the cup. Physical demon. He can get to the hole. But he's kind of having a down year. But he's been picking it up lately. Paul had a great year last year. Year before that, All-Star. He's only 23. Paulo's not the best. He uses his size, but he's not the best defender. So, it's only in his 3rd year. Yeah, no, his 4th year. I'm gonna put him table 4. Yeah, table 4. All right, next we got Blake Griffin. Blake was a legend. Lob City with Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan. Then got to the Pistons. Had a great career with had a great season with the Pistons. A lot of people say that was his best year. I would say the same thing, to be honest. Blake. Yeah, Blake was good. Great. Not the best defender for his position, but he was pretty decent. One of the most athletic players. I'm gonna put him table 2. Carlos Boozer. He was alright. Great contributor for those Bulls teams. Helped them go to the conference finals 2011. Played with Braun for a year. Dang, I wish him and Braun would have stayed together. They could have done something, but not a 3-point shooter. 2-time All-Star, 1-time All-NBA. Carlos Boozer was nice, man. I'm gonna put him like we got Boris Diaw. He was pretty good for the Spurs. Great solid role player. Helped them win a championship 2014. Helped them go to the finals in 2013. Nah, I put Boris I put him 5th, table 5. And now we got Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh, the original stretch four, helped Bron and Wade get to the finals. 4 straight finals with the Heat. Was an amazing player for the Raptors. Sacrificed a lot to help Bron and Wade. I looked up the Raptors. 11-time All-Star, 2-time champ. Only 1-time All-NBA? I thought he had more than that. Great shot blocker, rebounder. Rebound boss, back out to Allen. Table 1? I would say table 1. We'll put him table 1 for now. We're gonna skip this. Alright, next we got David Lee. And David Lee was pretty solid for the Warriors back in like the early 2010s before Draymond took his spot. Just the David Warriors. Yeah, David Lee. All-star, great defender. Made an All-NBA team in 2013. I did not know that. Boris, David Lee. I'll put David Lee like table 4. Yeah, table 4. Alright, so next, we'll skip that. Anthony Davis, one of the best power forwards of our generation. Anthony Marshawn Davis. In my opinion, top 3 defender in the 2000s. 21st century, let me say that. AD, I think AD is a top 10 defender of all time. Just deserves a DPOY. Great numbers. Yeah, AD, he's a beast, man. Yeah, AD, table 5. We wouldn't even gotta talk about it. Dirk, all-time great. Led the Mavericks to the 2011 championship. Beat the super team Heat. And beat the Lakers. That ring got blood on it for real, so. Yeah, Dirk at the top. Now we got Draymond Green. Draymond's interesting. Not the best scorer, to be honest. Draymond didn't really have much of an offensive game, especially for his position, power forward. He was a great passer, amazing defender. Draymond might be a top 10 defender of all time also. Not a good scorer though. Great passer for his position too. Helped the Warriors win 4 chips, back to back, 2015. I say Draymond. I think Draymond's a little underrated sometimes, but put him table 2. Next we got Timmy D. Duncan. Tim Duncan, the greatest power forward of all time. 5 championships. I believe 15 all-defensive teams. Should have a DPOY. 15-time All-NBA. 3-time Finals MVP. 2-time MVP. 5 chips. Timmy, the all-time great. In my opinion, I think Timmy's a little underrated. Timmy's definitely top. I got Timmy in my top 5 all time. All right, next we got Evan Mobley. 1 DPOY last year. Amazing defender. Can stretch the floor, rebound, athletic. I'm gonna put him in the same range as Paulo. KG is better than Chris. Is KG better than AD? KG is better than AD. Am I taking KG over AD? I don't know. KG, DPOY, amazing defender, one of the best defenders of all time. Could guard 1 through 5 at 6'11". Won MVP in 2004. Those Minnesota teams were not that good. Carried them his whole career there until he was 30. Put that team on his back in 2004. Got to the conference finals. KG, man. KG. Top 20 player of all time, top 3 power forward. Sorry guys, my mic cut out, so I'm gonna do a voiceover. My mic cut out a bit throughout the video, so I'm gonna do a voiceover for a little bit. But yeah, KG, one of the best players of all time, top 20 all time. Yeah, KG's top 3. Yeah, Giannis is top 4 power forward all time. I have a hard time putting him between Dirk and KG, but yeah, Giannis top 3, and yeah. Years, along with 10 plus rebounds, 5 plus assists, playing amazing defense, won a DPOI. Giannis. I'm gonna put Giannis here and move Chris Bosh down. I'm sorry, Chris. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Actually, great career. Played multiple years. Didn't win much accolades. Solid. He's a solid starter though. I'm gonna put him. Right here. Udonis, embodiment of Heat culture. You know, he did his thing for the Miami Heat, helped them win 3 chips. Great rebounder, great defender. Udonis though, he was the definition of mid though. Udonis, I'm gonna put him like right there. He's above him now. He's above. Yeah. All right, next we got Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka, one of the greatest shot blockers of our generation in the 21st century. Made a lot less on defensive teams than I thought. Yeah, Serge Ibaka, he did peak a little early, didn't he? And when it comes to his shot blocking. Champ, 3-time all defensive. Serge's career was kind of under him. I'm gonna put him right here. I'm gonna bring down Al Harrington. Yeah. All right, so next we got Antoine Jamison. Antoine, he had a decent career. Played with Gil's Arena. They made some playoff pushes with the Wizards. Besides that, decent career, not the best. Did win a 6th Man of the Year. Antoine Jamison was nice, man. 2-time All-Star, 20-point per game scorer. That's not easy to do in the NBA. So yeah, I give my flowers to him, man. Yeah, decent player in the 2000s. Put him in table 4. He was not one of the greats, but one of the best of his position. Antoine Jamison. All right, next we got Jeff Green. Jeff Green had a long career. He played like, I think, 20 years. He's currently on the Rockets, if I'm not wrong. Great vet right now. Was a great player in his prime. Decent role player. Would give you at least 10 points a night. Played with KD in the early Seattle OKC, drafted in 2007. Jeff Green had a solid career. All right, next up we got Jermaine O'Neal. Which I know about Jermaine O'Neal in the early 2000s, man. Flight so inspirational, but yeah, Jermaine O'Neal had a great career. Had a slow start in the Portland Trail Blazers. Picked it up once he got to Indiana. Great defender, great rebounder, great shot blocker. Couple All-Stars, All-NBAs, won Most Improved in 2002. I think, yeah, he did. I think he was on the Pacers finals team. I might be wrong, though, but I think he was on that Pacers finals team. Great player, and yeah. Yeah, but Jermaine O'Neal, yeah, I'm going to put him in tier 3. Right above David Lee, right behind Carlos Boozer. Solid player. All right, so next up, we got Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson, he's a weird player for me. Great defender, not the best rebounder for his size, especially for a center. He plays center most of the time, but he's on this list. But yeah, Jaren Jackson's pretty good. Great stretch big, can shoot the long ball. All-Star, won DPOI in 2023. Couple two-time All-Star, All-NBA, All-Defense. He's a great player, young player. He's only going to go up. Just got traded to the Jazz, so yeah, we put him in table 3. All right, next we got John Collins. John Collins, he's a solid player. Was on the Hawks with Trey. It was a nice duo for a minute. Decent scorer, decent rebounder, decent defender. John Collins, pretty athletic, underrated athlete. John Collins, I've seen him do some crazy dunks these past couple years. He's on the Clippers right now. He was with James Harden, but James Harden got traded, so he's playing with Darius Garland though, and he's having a pretty decent year. John Collins is solid. He's a solid big. He's a solid big. All right, next we got Josh Smith. Great defender, great shot blocker for the Hawks in the early to late 2000s in the Hawks. I think he played into the 2010s in the Hawks too, but he wasn't there for that long. So yeah, Josh Smith was solid. Great defender.
Yeah, put him right there. Yeah, Josh Smith can go right there.
All right, next we got Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin, great athletic player. Didn't have the most offensive game. Benefited a lot from playing with Jason Kidd, but he was a great piece for that team. He was their defender. He was their shot blocker, their lob threat. Jason Kidd was throwing him some crazy lobs back then. Helped the New Jersey Nets go to the finals twice. One-time All-Star. Went to the Nuggets. Helped Carmelo for a bit. Kenyon Martin, he had a solid career. Not the best though. I'm gonna put him. I think he's better than these guys. I'm gonna move Udonis Haslem down. Next we got Kevin Love. Kevin Love had a great start to his career on the Wolves. Then he went to the Cavs to help Goat James win the 2016 championship. Helped them come back down 3-1. Had that amazing last possession on Curry. Averaged 26 and 12 before he got to the Cavs. Yeah. Most improved. 2-time All-NBA, 5-time All-Star. He's a rebounding. Mike could again. Yeah, Kevin Love, he's a rebounding champ. It was a solid defender. That great last possession on Curry. Kind of fell off after Braun left the Cavs. Wasn't the best player. But yeah, contributed amazingly to the 2016 Cavs. Helped them come back 3-1. And yeah, Kevin Love, great career. I'm going to put him, I decided to put him in the table 3. I do think he's better than everyone in table 4 and table 5 and 6. But he's not there yet. But yeah, Kevin Love's solid. Next up, we got the Morris twins. Marquise and Marcus, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong though. But yeah, the Morris twins were solid. Great role players, great contributors to great teams. Markieff, he was just on the Lakers. And I think he played some minutes with the Dallas team that went to the finals. But yeah, solid. Not the best, but solid role players. All right, next we got Lauri Markkanen. Lauri, he's a great player. He was an all-star a couple years ago. I believe 2 or 3 years ago. Lauri, not the best defender or rebounder for his position. Especially he's like 7'1". But yeah, amazing scorer. Really broke out a couple years ago and solid on the Jazz. Never been to the playoffs though. Like Lauri's never been to the playoffs, but yeah, he's solid. We put him in table 4. Yeah, table 4. Yeah, we got Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom was decent. Great passer, great ball handler for his size. Shoot, pass, do all that. Great handle. Helped the Lakers win back-to-back chips alongside Kobe and Powell.
gonna put him right here. I'll move down. Lamar Odom, he was a good role player. I'll put him right here. Yeah. Actually, I think he's above all these guys, though. I'll put him right here. Yeah, he goes right there.
All right, next we got Pau Gasol. One of my favorite players of all time, Pau Gasol. One of the best power forwards of the 21st century. Helped Kobe win back-to-back championships. Great defender, great rebounder. 6-time All-Star, 2-time NBA champ, 4-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, 2002, I'm sorry. He was great on the Grizzlies, carried the Grizzlies to a couple playoff appearances before he got traded to the Lakers. Pau was solid, man. Helped Kobe. Left Kobe, was still an All-Star in Chicago. Pau, one of the greatest. Yeah, he's 2. All right, next we got Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis is solid. Started his career pretty good, or had a slow start, picked it up his 3rd year, Chicago, traded to the Wizards, then to the Knicks, went to Milwaukee, helped them win a chip. He's been pretty solid. I think he's in like this tier right here. All right, next we got, I believe that's Porzingis. I did not know Porzingis played power forward. I thought he played center his whole career. I am wrong. He did play power forward early in his career. All right, so I'm gonna just judge his. I'm gonna judge the whole career. Porzingis was solid. All-Star 1 year. Kinda ruined by injuries. Porzingis is very injury prone. Played for the Celtics, helped them win a chip. Got traded to the Hawks. Barely played for the Hawks. I thought him and Trey were gonna go crazy. Golden State, he hasn't played much. When he has played, he's been doesn't look the best. Also not a good rebounder for his size. It's like 7'2". But he's a 3-point shooter, so he's not in the paint that much. So Porzingis, I'm gonna put him in this tier right here. That's pretty good. All right, next we got Pascal Siakam. Pascal's a great player. Had a slow start, played in the G League for the early part of his career. Picked it up in his 3rd year, won Most Improved. Helped Kawhi and them win a championship with Toronto 2019. 4-time All-Star. Yeah, 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. Won Eastern Conference MVP last year. Yeah, Pascal, he's had a solid career so far. I'm gonna put him in like that. He's in like this tier right here. I gotta move someone down. I'm gonna move Lamar Odom down. Yeah. All right, next we got Julius Randle. Julius Randle, he's had a solid career. Early expected more from Julius Randle, especially since he's been to the Timberwolves. But he was great on the Knicks. Helped them get to the playoffs. Won Most Improved. 3-time All-Star. 2-time All-NBA. He's been helped the Wolves get to the conference finals last year. A rebounder, a passer, a defender. Not the best shot blocker for his size, but Julius Randle, he's pretty good, man. I'm gonna put Julius. Put him like this tier. Actually, I'm really high on Julius Randle. He reminds me of like a better version of Lamar Odom. Yeah, I'm putting Julius Randle 3rd in the table 3. Yeah. All right, next we got Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed Wallace had a great career with the Pacers. I mean, not the Pacers, the Trailblazers. Part of that Jail Blazers group. He was a 4-time All-Star, 2004 champ. Great defender. decent rebounder. Rasheed Wallace is great, man. Helped the 2004 Pistons beat the Lakers. We'll put him right here. Yeah, he's good right here. Yeah. All right, so next we got Amari Stoudemire. Amari, he was decent in his career. A bit underwhelming, if I'm being honest. Ruined a little by injuries. Actually, very ruined by injuries. He did help the Suns reach the conference finals one year. Great scorer, great rebounder, great defender. Kinda got hold a little bit. They suspended him for a game, and the Spurs beat the Suns in that conference finals. I can't remember what year it was, but yeah. He was great though. 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, a first team, second teams. Amari, he's one of them, man. I'm gonna put him in this tier right here. Yeah, he's in this tier. Alright, next we got Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson was solid, good role player. Not really a starter level player. Great defender, great rebounder. Athletic, energy guy. Put him, no disrespect at the bottom. Next we got Chris Webber. Chris Webber came to the Kings, started his career on the Warriors. Got traded to the Kings. Yeah, started with the Warriors, then went to the Wizards, and then went to the Kings. He was an all-star on the Wizards, got to the Kings, helped them reach multiple conference finals. Great scorer, made All-NBAs, 5-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, great rebounder, great defender. An underrated passer, to be honest. Chris Webber was a decent passer. Chris Webber, he was a great passer for his position. Not the best 3-point shooter, but he played in the 2000s, so he's one of them upper ones. We'll put him right here. Yeah, Chris Webber going up here. Chris Webber's one of the best power forwards of our generation. He also got hold. The referees was glazing the Lakers. Could have went to the finals, but David Stern made the call, so yeah. Next we got Zebo. Zach Randolph. Started his career, came into the league out of high school. No, he played 1 year in college. Had a slow start, picked it up his second year, this third year, my most improved. Great rebounder, decent defender, not the best shot blocker for his position. Zebo was one of them ones, a good post player, not a 3-point shooter. Yeah, Zebo was decent. He's one of them decent power forwards. Sorry guys, might cut out again, but yeah, Zebo one of them good, great power forwards, great low post, great mid-range scorer. Not one of the upper guys, but yeah, for sure one of the greats of the 2010s. Helped the Grizzlies make the conference finals. Helped them do a lot. Zebo, man. All right, next we got Zion. Now Zion, I love Zion. Was a monster at Duke, monster in high school, but injuries have derailed him so much. When Zion plays, he's a top 10, top 15 player in the league. He was an all-star. He's never played in the playoffs though, and injuries just really ruined Zion, but he's coming back this year. He's having a good year this year, and Zion, he's gonna come back. He's still young. But yeah, he's in table 5. Not one of the lowers, but he's not up there with the other guys. Next, we got Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap, he was a great scorer and great defender for the Hawks. Helped the Hawks reach the 2015 conference finals. Helped them win 60 games in 2015. All-star. Paul Millsap, he was great starter, all-star. But yeah, Paul Millsap, he's good. I'm gonna put him in table 5. He's in the 5 range. I don't think he's better than anyone at 4. But yeah, Paul Millsap 5. But yeah, guys, that is my list. This is who I think are the top power forwards of the 21st century, or just to symbolize it, or 2000s. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked my criteria, liked my thoughts on these players and their careers and everything. I plan to do more NBA related stuff like tier lists or dialogue videos or something like that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and whoever made it to the end of the video, I thank you so much. If you guys have your own thoughts on the list, leave them down below, and I hope all of you have a very great and wonderful day. Braun the GOAT.